More than a dozen detectives are working to develop leads in the shooting deaths of 3 Marion County teenagers.
The sheriff's deputies in Florida are looking for the person who killed 3 teens in less than 48 hours. That happened in a small town of just 1,500 people.
Developing at noon now, the Marion County Sheriff says his deputies could be close to an arrest in the murders of 3 teenagers.
All right, that breaking news is in Marion County, where deputies arrested 2 teenagers in the deaths of 3 other teens last week. Investigators found their bodies in 3 different spots around the county.
Both have been arrested for the shooting deaths of 3 teenagers in Marion County. A teenager and a 12-year-old are charged with the murder of 3 teens in Marion County.
Developing right now, 2 teens and a 12-year-old boy charged as adults for a gruesome triple murder.
12-year-old and a 17-year-old are in jail over what the Marion County Sheriff describes as a killing spree that left 3 teenagers dead.
Basically, simple terms, there is no honor among thieves. And at some point, these 3 individuals turned on our 3 victims and murdered them.
Welcome all you couch detectives out there. My name is Lee. Thank you for being here. On this channel, we bring you full interrogations. And although you may have seen some of these stories elsewhere, likely you have not seen the full interrogation. So if that is your sort of thing, make sure you're subscribed. For everything Couch Detectives, go to couchdetectivestv.com. Okay, enough rambling. Let's get into it. The bodies of 3 juveniles were found between March 30th and April 1st, 2023 in Ocklawaha, Florida. All 3 victims were shot on March 30th at the same time by the same people. After investigating the case, detectives hone in on 3 individuals they believe had something to do with this incident. 17-year-old Robert Robinson, 12-year-old Christopher Adkins, and 16-year-old Taj Bruton, all from the same area. The subject in this video is 12-year-old Christopher Adkins. Check the link below for the interrogation of 16-year-old Robert Robinson. Adkins was picked up after the investigation led police to believe that he was involved in the incident. He was brought down to the station for questioning. Here is the full interrogation of Christopher Adkins, but first, let us have a moment of silence for the victims in this case.
Hey, are you Chris? Hey, Chris, I'm Detective Pender. Can I get your water or anything?
I'm good.
Okay, well, your mom's gonna come in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get your water, okay? Your mom's gonna come in here. She can sit with you right. How many chairs we got?
That's the only one.
Let me get a chair for your mom, and I'm gonna get your water, okay? The entourage of chairs here.
Yep.
Let me go get your mom.
Okay. Chris, my name's Andrew. How you doing, man? I'm good.
Good. Where did you find that jacket at? That's a vintage jacket. Okay, so I introduced myself.
Can I put this on her?
Sure. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
I introduced myself earlier. I'm Detective Pender. Like I said, I'm actually a robbery and homicide investigator. That's what I primarily investigate. I worked at the sheriff's office for several years, and I've worked in major crimes. I worked special victims unit and robbery homicide. Detective Canterbury here. Now he is the primary case agent on this. He's the man that knows like the very, very specific details. But I'm helping out here. Now I already told Detective Canterbury that I spoke with you, Ashley, and that I need to talk to your son Christopher about some stuff, okay? So Christopher, I just want to ask you some basic stuff to make sure I got the right Christopher in here. I think I do. How do I spell your full name?
Christopher.
Got it. And what's your birthday?
And your last name's Atkins, right?
Atkins.
Do you have a middle name?
DL-DE-L.
Okay.
Your home address, sir. So, before I ask you any questions here, you're how old are you?
12.
12 years old. Okay. So I interview, and I have interviewed a lot of children, And when I say children, I mean people under 18. Now, people grow and they mature at different times, and they have different levels of education. What's your highest level of education? What's your highest grade you've passed?
A, B. No, what grade?
What's the highest grade? 5th grade, 6th grade?
Oh, I passed all grades.
Okay, what's the highest number you got up to, though? 7th grade. Okay, so you're pretty high up there. Some of the stuff I might talk to you about might be a little silly. So I'm going to ask you a few questions in a couple minutes, and we'll get to that. I'd like to get to know you a little bit. I mean, are you in school right now?
No.
Okay. And what do you like to do with your free time?
Play football, play the game.
Now, do you play up there that they play off at Mary Camp, like with a league or anything like that, or do you just play at the park?
No, like I played in the league. It's called Ocklawaha Thunder.
Okay. And yeah, so do you do like offense, defense, or
defense?
You
safety.
You any good at it? That's cool. Okay. So that's like what you do for your hobbies and things like that. And who do you live with in the house? Do you live with your mom? You live with your mom? Okay. And you have
Did you want another jacket? That's okay. Are you sure? You look like you're cold. Let me get you.
You say you have 4 siblings? Okay. Do you guys get along okay in the house? All right. You do anything for fun with your siblings at all?
We usually like go in the room. Like it's nice where like we be all bored, so we usually go in the room and just talk about what we be doing and stuff.
Sure. Okay. That sounds good. And then, what is it? Easter weekend. Did you guys have any big plans for Easter or anything like that? You guys do any like church or anything, and go anywhere or do anything?
Yeah, we go really to my grandma's house sometimes, but.
Okay.
Yeah, she have events with us with all her kids that she got by herself and like 20-something grandkids.
So that's got to be a whole lot of kids all at one place. That sounds like fun. So some of the stuff that I want to talk to you about today it's some of the most serious stuff that you could possibly talk to somebody about. And I want to make sure that when we talk about true things. Now, this is going to be one of the silly questions I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you if you know the truth versus a lie. I'm going to give you an example. If a little boy were to come in here and were to color on all these walls with a red crayon and then were to tell me that they didn't do it, is that a truth or a lie?
It's a lie.
Okay. And if the same kid would have colored on the walls and then said, Detective Pender, I colored on the walls, I'm sorry about it, is that the truth or a lie?
Truth.
Okay. So you've demonstrated to me that I can give you an example and you know the difference between those things. When I talk to you today, I'd like to talk about true things. Now, I'm not asking any questions specifically yet. I'm going to get to that, but I want to make sure you understand that. I'd also like to provide you some instructions to limit guessing. Okay? So sometimes when I talk to kids, they feel that they need to answer a question a certain way because I'm a police officer, okay? I don't want you to feel like that. I want you to feel comfortable to talk to me, and I want you to talk about true things. Now, if you don't know the answer to something, it's okay to say, I don't know. I want you to be truthful with me and not omit something. Omit means not tell me something on purpose, because that wouldn't be good. But if you don't know the answer, I don't want you to make it up. And I don't want you to make it up. So I'm going to give you an example right now, Chris. If I were to ask you what color my car is out in the parking lot, what would your answer be?
I don't know.
That's correct, because I haven't told you what color my car is out there, and some people I've asked that to guess, and they say, well, it's a car with the sirens on the top, but it's actually not. That would be a guess because I have it unmarked. Okay, so I want you to understand that. Now, specifically why we're here today. I'm not going to lie to you about anything. That's not the purpose of what we're doing here. And all the detectives that are involved, there's over 10 detectives that have been working hard on some stuff for about a week, have done a lot of work. They've gotten back a lot of reports of images of things, of camera video places, and this is all specifically related to 3 individuals that have died in the area here. I am specifically investigating a homicide of those 3 people, and our investigation has led us to speak with you. So I think, and like I said, we're not going to lie to you. I'm not going to deceive you. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm going to tell you things straight. I'm going to ask you questions about it. Before I ask them that, though, I want maybe Detective Canterbury can kind of relay to you some of the specifics we've already learned and we're actually learning right now. Because when you walked in, you saw that some of the lights are on, and he was just speaking with somebody. So can you go into any of those specifics there so he can understand what we're going through?
Yeah. So Robert Robinson, Reaper. You guys are friends, right? I've talked to him down there, and he has been 100% honest with me and told me everything. Okay? And a lot of the things he's telling me are pointing at Christopher. Okay? The way I feel, he's been very, very honest with me. He's told me details about this particular incident we're investigating that only people involved would know. So that's kind of where we're at with that.
So obviously, we want to get your statement regarding what you saw, what you heard, how you had involvement in this. And there's different types of involvement, and that's some of the questions we're going to ask. Is why did this involvement happen? How did this involvement happen? What was this person thinking? What were you feeling? And why did it happen? Because we have to understand why things happen, as long as how is what we need to do. Mm-hmm. The only way I can get what's inside of your mind and what your eyes saw is to ask you questions. But because you came down here in handcuffs and they executed a search warrant on the house, which they did collect some things, and I'd like to talk to you about those things too. Mm-hmm. But because you because it looked like a surprise on that?
Yeah, like what the fuck was in my house that got to do with this homicide? And
I will, and I'm going to tell you about that, because like I said, I'm not going to leave anything out.
It's, I can tell you, it's pretty damning. I guess I would use that word.
So, are you fucking serious?
So let me, you know, I'm hoping that we
can get some clarity.
Yeah, let me just read this to you, because it's important that anybody that comes down here that we read this to. It's very important to understand. I'm going to read in front of your mom, okay? And I'm going to make sure that you understand it. Okay, so Chris, you have the right to remain silent. And having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now? Okay, when you shake your head up and down, what does that mean?
Yes.
You gotta speak it.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, okay. And is it okay if we talk to Chris now?
Yes.
Okay. So Chris, what I'd like to start with talking to you about is, and like I said, I just want you to be honest with us. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night. Think back, set your mind back there, and tell me about, what time should we start at? Should we start about
6:30 p.m. Thursday?
6:30 p.m. Yeah, that sounds good. Who were you hanging out with? Who were you with? And
I think I was with my brother.
Okay. Your brother. And who's your brother? And where were you at about that time?
Our house.
Okay. And do you have a phone that people could call you on and talk to you?
No.
How do people get a hold of you?
They usually come to my house.
Okay. And so you're hanging out with on last Thursday night. Okay. What did you guys do? Tell me all about your night, starting at the very beginning.
First, we made something to eat. Then we watched TV. Watched TV. And we tried to see if the game worked, but my controller wasn't working.
Sure.
So, okay. And I think he went to sleep.
Okay.
About what time did he think that he went to sleep, your brother?
I don't know. I don't have nothing to watch the time.
No time, okay. So no phone to look at the clock and see what time it is.
Okay. What happened after KJ went to bed?
And I went to sleep for a little bit, and I heard something outside. And I opened the door. There was nothing outside now. I think I went to sleep.
Okay. So maybe we'll start over again here with the reset button. So I think what you just told me was what you probably had rehearsed in your mind several times to tell a police officer if you ever had to talk about that Thursday night. Because sitting here and talking to you with your mom here crying and knowing that you have these siblings, you're probably in sort of an embarrassing and shameful position. I've worked with people before that feel embarrassed or sad or upset about something that they've done. And I know you're cold, but your body position to me, when you're sitting here talking to me, says that you're somebody that feels bad and they have a weight on their shoulders. They feel sorry about something that happened. So the story that you just told me, I'm not mad that you told me that. I know that it's not true. I know that a person's natural reaction when they sit in here and they talk to a police officer is to not say what is bearing down on them right away, okay? But I can tell you right now that we have, and like I said, I'm not going to lie to you, we have interviewed and we spoke with people, and I know who you were with, and I know what happened that night, and I know it not only from people's mouths, but I also know it from cameras that have captured where vehicles were at, who was in vehicles. I know it from cell phone conversations. I know a lot of different things.
Cell phone, yes.
And I'm not going to tell you the specifics of what those things are, because I want you, Chris, to have the opportunity to really, if you are sorry for what happened, repent for it and start from the very beginning and go to the very end without me having to pull it from you. Because somebody that I have to pull each individual action from, that tells me that they don't really want to say what they did wrong, that they don't feel bad for it. And you strike me, I'm just sitting here and looking at you and talking to you, and knowing your age, you strike me as someone that was possibly in the wrong place at the wrong time. And he's not lying. Reaper's down there. He's already said what he saw, what he heard. Okay? We already know these things. Like I told you before, I need to know what was in your head and what was in your mind and what was in your heart when these things happened. Because people that I sit in here and I talk to, I can put them on a scale. There's a monster that thinks about doing this and they're cold-hearted and they don't care at all. And then there's a person that made a mistake one time in their life. I didn't do anything. So that's where we're at right now, is we're trying to figure out where we're at on that. Okay? So I know that you didn't just go to sleep that Thursday night. I know that something happened. And that's what I want to talk to you about. Would you feel more comfortable if you didn't have to talk about this in front of your mom?
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? The reason I say that is because I've had people in here and they're having their mom around makes them feel less likely to talk about things that their mom's going to get upset about.
You know, I don't care. I want you talk, speak.
Right. I didn't know what the family dynamic is, and I know that's sometimes
regardless of what it is, it's still gonna be a problem when I come home.
So I
know that.
Yeah. So I mean, do you want to tell them some of the things?
Yeah, I'll just quick. So we did execute, obviously, a search warrant at the house. We didn't just pull Christopher's name out of a hat. Yeah. We didn't just pick your residence as somewhere we're going to do a search warrant. I wrote the search warrant. I send it to a judge. A judge says, "Oh, that's sufficient enough for me to sign and go search for things in a house." And there's people there right now. They're sending me text messages, pictures of things that I pretty much already know were involved in this incident that we're investigating. Reaper down there has been super honest. He, it took him a minute to get comfortable with me, and he's told me everything down to details that only he would know, and
that's involved in it.
That nobody else would know.
Some of the details, he points finger at you.
Well, you need to fucking tell. If you ain't do
now's
shit,
the time.
tell the whole fucking story. You know you left out of the house Thursday when I told you not to. That's why you're not saying you was home. When I told you don't leave out my house when dark time, just because my room door closed don't mean you leave out my house. Now you're in a whole run of trouble.
And that's
you finna speak. You better talk right now.
And we're past that. We know you went out, but we need to know from the beginning, from your mouth, what it was.
Now
what was
is the time in this room, because when you walk out of the room, we just go off of the evidence we have.
And even though I'm asking you what the plan was, Reaper's already told us what the plan was that night. So there's, I mean, we know what the original plan was. We know what happened, and then what happened after. Okay, so we know that, but we're asking you now to be honest, and to come forth and tell us what happened and why it happened, and that's why we're here. So what happened after you?
So I he knocked on the window.
When you say he, I never want to guess. Who's he?
Reaper.
Okay, Reaper knocks on the window.
He knocks on the window. He said, "Come on, we finna go see some girls or something." Then we went out. And this girl and this boy picked us up. I don't know who it was. This girl and this boy picked us up.
Describe to me what they look like.
It was, I think, a white girl and a white boy.
Okay, and what did they pick you up in?
It was a white car.
Okay, then what happened?
And then somebody came in the car, I don't know his name. It was like somebody in all black. He had something. And then he said we finna go see some girls. Then they was on the phone or something. And they was whispering each other ear. And we hit like a turn or something.
Who was whispering with who?
I don't know.
Reaper was whispering with this?
With somebody. I don't know who his name was. But then we got it. It was like a turn. And like when we got in the turn, it was a dirt road. And like all I seen was the other person on the other side raised the gun. He shot, and he shot the other person. And I took off and out the car, but then he told me to get in. Yeah, I got in and left.
Okay. So let's pause there and so I understand everything. So Rob comes over, he knocks on your window, he says, "Let's go see some girls." You go out there and you said you see a white car and there's you said there was a white guy. What's the skin color of the girl?
White.
Okay, a white guy and a white girl. I'm a visual guy. Look, me, Detective Pender, I just drew a square, and here's the steering wheel, and here's one seat, here's one seat. Does the thing got a back seat? Some cars don't got back seats.
Yeah, it got a back.
Okay, got it. Can you mark where the white guy is?
What you mean white?
Where was he at in the car? You said there was a white guy? Put WG so I know it's a white guy there. All right, so the white guy is, oh, thanks, he's in the passenger seat. And where's the white girl? All right, so she's in the driver's seat. And put a C for your name where you're sitting at. Okay, and then you said that Reaper was in the car. Where's he sitting at? So Reaper's in the middle, and then you said there was a guy wearing all black. Can you draw an X where he's sitting?
He got in.
Got it. So you're saying that this guy wearing all black gets in, and then you told me that somebody was looking at their phones or something. Who's looking at their phones? You said they were...
The guy on that side.
This guy. And then you said that the vehicle made a turn, and then you said this guy right here, he talked to me again about... Did you say something about a gunshot?
No, like he raised the gun at the white guy, and then he shot.
So the guy that you marked as next, he raised the gun at the white guy, and you said he shot it? And then what happened after he did that?
And the other guy, and he shot the white girl.
The white girl, okay. Did he use one gun or two guns, or?
One, I think.
Describe to me what this gun looked like.
It was like a gun, it was a weird looking gun, but it was like...
Let's start at the color. What color was the gun?
Black.
Okay. So he had a black gun, and he shot the white guy, and then he shot the white girl.
I think so, yeah.
Tell me about what you heard before that happened. Were people talking?
No, it was just like the car, like we was listening to loud music, and then like the car turned down and turned down. All I heard was pow, and like I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out of the car and ran. And he said, "Get back in the car," and I seen him pulling out somebody. So
what happened after? Now you said the car was turning, so was the car driving whenever they got shot?
No, it was just like it stopped, and then like it kept going. Like when I hopped out the car, it kept going with it.
Where did the car keep going when it kept going?
Like into a dumpster.
Okay, it hit a dumpster? Okay. And then you said you hopped out, but then I heard you say something about get back in or something. Did I hear that right?
You said get back in.
Tell me all about that and be specific. Describe what the X-Man here that we marked, what did he say to you?
Get back in.
Okay. And how does this person look? I know you said he's wearing dark colored clothes, right? I heard you say that.
A ski mask on too. He had a ski mask, a jacket, and yeah.
Can I cut in, Danny?
Yeah.
So, this is very good. I appreciate your honesty. Think about it like this. If you're scared to say this person's name, the person you marked as X, who's wearing all black and a ski mask, did this person say anything to you? Because I don't.
When he told me to get in the car, he just said get in the car before he went. Well,
So
he
just
said something, but like I was like,
let's not be. I don't want to be a snitch mentality. If that makes any sense.
I don't know.
If you know who he is,
and
you're scared of him, that's okay. That's okay, because it sounds like he's a pretty bad dude. But if you're scared and you know him, we'd like to know who he is. I don't know, right?
I'm going to give you an example here. This is a real case that I worked. I actually did the interview 2 rooms over about 3 years ago. I talked to a guy for 3 hours once because I knew that he did something. How did I know he did something? It was on camera in that case. But I knew that he did something with some evidence. I talked to him for 3 hours. He would not admit to doing it. Finally, about the 3rd hour comes around. The guy starts crying to me. He says, "Detective, I did this because these people that we're messing with, they were going to kill me and they were going to kill my family, and I couldn't have my family killed. So that's why I did this. I'm going to admit to it." Then not only did he do that, he brought me out and he showed me what he did with what I was looking for. He apologized to me. He said that what he was doing, he was acting under duress, and he was scared. That's a real story that really did happen, okay? Now, what Detective Canterbury is trying to indicate to you is what we don't want, like I said before, we don't want things omitted. We don't want things removed. Maybe because you feel like you did something wrong, but we only want the truth right now. And if the truth is being held up by your fear of somebody, I want to tell you that we don't want you to get hurt. We're here to help you too, but we need to be able to put that down in our paperwork, that Christopher is afraid of this person. And we need to understand that. But the statements that we get here, they have to be full, they have to be complete. They can't be 75% of a statement, they can't be 90%. They need to be 100%. And if you know more about this man, which I believe you do, let's put it that way. If you know more about this guy, I want to understand the reasons of why you're removing information, and how that made you feel and what happened. Because your feelings and how you felt are important to me. Okay? So this man right here, you said that he said, "Get back in the car." Well, gee golly, there was 2 gunshots that were you just saw this happen. Why did you get back in the car?
Yeah, I got back.
Describe to me that when you got back in the car, specifically how you were feeling when you got back.
I was scared.
Okay, and tell me more about that. Why were you scared?
Cause I didn't know what was going on until I seen what was going on, and I just.
Okay, so did you get back in the car?
Yes.
And where did you get back in the car? You said it crashed into something, right? Sorry, I'm not writing this down. I'm trying to do it by memory. It crashed into a dumpster, right? What happened when you got back in the car? Now it's got this. What's happening with these 2 people? Are they okay? Are they starting to Are they okay? Or they're not okay?
They was out of the car.
How did they get out of the car? The white girl and the white guy.
That one. He pushed him out.
He did what? He pushed him out?
Pushed him out.
Okay. And I'd like to circle back to his identity. Let's get the full story first, and then we're going to talk more about the X-Man here.
I don't know who that was.
Okay. And we'll start talking about him more, all the way from the hair on the top of his head all the way down to the shoes or the whatever's on his feet. We'll start from the top to the bottom in a minute here. But you're really helping me understand. So you get back in the car. Where does he go when you get back in the car?
He went to the front seat.
All right, so now he's the driver.
Driver's seat.
Got it. And was anybody sitting up front in the passenger seat? I forgot. What is Rob doing during all this?
He was sitting in the back seat.
What's he saying?
He was like, oh shit. He was like, go.
You say, oh what? I don't understand.
Oh,
it's gibberish.
Oh shit.
Okay, well speak.
Yeah.
It is
say
what it is.
Say what it is.
Yeah,
believe me, there's no curse word or anything in the world. You haven't been said in this room a million times. Okay, so he says, oh shit. I heard you say go. And where are you sitting at? Which seat are you in now?
Same spot over.
You're still over here. Okay. So and what happened next?
And he drove all the way out there in Ocklawaha. And he tried to put a thing in the river, but I think it got stuck or something.
The thing, what thing are you talking about? The car. Okay.
Describe to me what you saw when he was doing that. Were you in the car when it was going in the river, or?
Yeah, I was out the car. I was trying to run back to my house.
Mm-hmm. You were out of the car. What was Rob doing?
I don't know. I left. I was running back to my house.
Okay. Have you been following? This is a silly question. Everyone's been following this. It's been like on the national news. I mean, have you been following and heard that there was 3 people that was found deceased? It wasn't just 2. It was 3.
So the other girl ended up dying.
So, do you know that there's a 3rd person that's dead?
No, I just knew about them 2.
Okay. So let's go back to the moment that you heard those gunshots. Okay. How many guns were in the car?
I think the white guy had one and X had one.
Okay. And the X guy, how did you know the white guy had one? Did you see it, or did you show?
The white guy, not the girl.
Why did the white guy have one? I mean, how did you know that he had one? Did you see it? Or?
He had it on his lap.
He had it on his lap. Okay. So let's talk about X guy that got in the car. Where was it that he got in the car? Was he in front of the house? Was he?
It was like, what you mean in front of the house?
Like, where did he get in the car at?
They picked him up.
Do you remember where that was at?
It was like somewhere around there, out there, like.
Is it close by us?
No.
So you left out of Ocklawaha to go get him?
Ocala.
Oh, y'all went way to Ocala.
Tell me about the nearest business or nearest something that you recognize around where that place was at.
You know where Charlie and them used to live on? The apartments.
Which ones? In Ocala?
Yeah.
Steeplechase?
Yeah, around over there.
Steeplechase. To my Green Gables and over there.
Yeah.
So they went in there.
In a neighborhood across the street?
No,
in the apartments?
No, the neighborhood across the street. I think. I don't know. It was dark.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so you sound like you're not sure. This guy that was picked up, this X guy back here. Tell me about what he was wearing on his feet.
It was like something. It was all black, and it was all black with a white Nike sign. It was like Air Max 90s.
Okay, and what do you have on his legs, covering up his legs?
It was cut up jeans.
Cut up jeans? What color were they?
Black.
Okay. What did he have covering up his body? Or is he not wearing a shirt?
It was a jacket. He had a jacket.
What color was it?
Hoodie. Black.
Jacket with a hoodie. Okay. Describe to me what his hair looks like. Is it short?
He had a ski mask on.
He had a ski mask. What was it? Something that was the ski mask with the eyes and the mouth holes cut out?
Yeah, it was like
I'm telling you what, if somebody got in the car wearing a ski mask, I'd be like, what is going on? I mean, what did you say to him when this guy got in the car?
I would, like, when he walked in, he said, the white guy up there, he said we was gonna go get some girls or something, or see some girls or something. Then he was like, wait, I got stuff. Wait, what I was just talking about?
When you got in the when he
ski mask man gets in the car.
Yes.
And what's he saying? I mean, this guy just got in the car wearing a ski mask.
When he got in the car with a ski mask, he said, I was like, who's that? And he was like, and then the white guy looked at me. He was like, he looked at me all wrong. So I'm like, I thought we were gonna. I looked at Rob. I was like, I thought we were gonna see some girls. He's like, we yeah. I was like, oh, all right. And then we kept driving. And like
when y'all went there, after y'all picked him up, y'all went back to Ocklawaha?
Like, yeah, we went around there.
Did you stop anywhere after that? Any gas stations?
We just went.
But what triggered him to just start shooting? I'm trying to figure out. Is something in between that you're not saying?
Because I think the person that The white guy, I think they said he had a lot of money or something.
Oh, so it was set up as a robbery. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So they were setting up to rob the man.
Did Reaper mention that to you, that something was going to be set up or anything?
He didn't even know. He said he ain't know nothing about it. He said we was supposed to go see some girl.
Okay. So you pick up this X-Man in the city. You describe the area of where somebody used to know lived. I think you said the name Steeplechase. I think you even said Green Gables.
But that's right next to it.
Okay. Where'd you guys go after that? Like,
we went around near Ocklawaha, then they turned into a dip, and that's when X shot the white man and the girl.
okay. And you didn't stop anywhere from that area of Green Gables all the way back to Ocklawaha? Just a straight? Okay. Danny, if you're okay, let's go back to the car. And around the time you hear the gunshots, how is X-Man? How is he holding the gun when the gunshots go off? I mean,
so when the car stopped, it was like we was on a dirt road. It was like a path, and the car stopped, and he held the gun up. And
can you show me how he did it with your hand? I know you have handcuffs on. Did he have it like this, or was he like one-handed?
One-handed.
Okay. And you said he shot this white guy first?
Yeah, the white guy was like sitting like this, and like.
Where'd he shoot him at?
Was like right here. Right.
And the gun was pressed up against his head? Is that what you're?
I think it was like.
Okay. And then, what about the white girl that's driving? Tell me about that.
He turned the gun and shot her.
Where'd he shoot her at?
I don't know. Well, when he shot the white guy, I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out the car.
Right.
And
okay.
I think I heard it was her, him, then her.
So him first, and then the girl driving?
I think so.
Was there a reason behind that? Like why
what did he say?
He chose to shoot the guy before the girl? Like, help us understand.
Because the guy had the one that had the gun.
Okay. Did that guy with the gun ever have a chance to like defend himself or anything? Like, did he see it coming?
No, it was like to the back of his head.
Okay. I just wanted to, because you said he had a gun, so.
So you jump out because you think someone's shooting at you and you're getting out of there. What does X-Man do with the gun, though, that he has?
I think he took it with him when he took the car.
Why would you get back in the car, though?
Because he told me to get back in the car, and I ain't have nothing. He had a gun, so this is what I'm supposed to do.
This is important here, and this is what I want you to be truthful about. I don't want you to feel afraid. I want you to feel comfortable talking to me. I want you to feel comfortable talking to me about the true things. Whenever he says, get back in the car, man, I would have been 157,000 yards away at that point. Did he ever point a gun at you?
I don't know. I seen something like over the roof, but I think he was just like waving at me to get back in the car. But I ran.
Okay.
When I ran, it was like I think 2 turns or something, like a turn. And then, but that was into somebody's house, so I was about to run into somebody's house, but he told me to get back in the car. So I went back in the car.
When he told you to get back in the car, you said earlier that you felt scared. What made you feel scared, that you felt as if that you wanted to? I mean, did you want to get back in the car, or did you not? No, you didn't want to. Okay, what made you get back in that car? Explain to me that.
Because he had a gun, I thought he was going to get to shoot at me. Because if I was just with him and he just killed somebody, and he probably would kill me too, because he think I was going to sin.
Describe to me specifically what words he said to you.
He was like, get back in the car, get back in the car, where you going, get back in the car.
Okay. What else did he talk to you about?
No, we was just driving all the way there.
Andrew, is it safe to say that we had the evidence people and they processed this car? I don't know all the processing they've done. Did they do fingerprints on it?
Absolutely.
They did DNA?
Yep.
Had you ever been in that car in your whole life?
Yeah, I've been the car. Yeah.
You've been in this car before?
What?
Other
Not
times?
Before that, no.
No, that was it. That was the only
That was
time.
my first time.
Okay. And you told me in the picture where you were sitting at in here. Okay. But this vehicle also has a trunk area. And we processed, we did DNA and all kinds of stuff, the other surfaces, right? Okay.
DNA, fingerprint. I mean, that's not a piece that didn't come out of that car.
Now, like I said, now Reaper, we talked to him for a while, and when we talked to him, or they talked to him, I was able to observe parts of it. He initially didn't come off everything, and then he came off more, and then he came off more, and then he's called us back in several times to keep telling us more. And every single time he tells us more, it matches up with what we already know from some of the stuff that we've learned from fingerprints and people's statements and stuff like that, okay? And we're leaving out a part of the story here. And I think this part is going to be the most upsetting for us to really cover, and I think it's honestly why, if I was in your spot, I would probably leave it to last also. But I think it's really important that we talk about what happened with the trunk area and what you saw, what you heard, and what you were feeling with everything that was going on back there. Now, I know Rob's in the car, and you told me about what he said. Oh shit, that tells me that he is surprised. Go. He doesn't, it sounds like, we talked about who has guns in the car. White guy and X-Man, okay? So you and Rob, you guys don't have any guns.
No, I don't know if he had a gun, but I did.
Got it, you didn't. You don't know Robin doesn't, but you know that X-Man does, and you got back in the car. You told us in your own words that you felt scared, okay? But there was something that you're leaving out back here, and Rob's already talked about it.
It's pretty important. And there's parts of the story. I know you're being pretty honest with you, but you're leaving these gaps. Like, you're giving us this, and then there's something you're not saying, and then you're getting to another part when we kind of already know the answer to the question. Reaper, I can't reiterate what he's told us. Let's talk about the trunk of that car.
Looking at the trunk, sir.
There's ways to get into a trunk. You can go in through the back of it. You can go in through the seat interior. Let's really jog your memory. And this might be a part that you really didn't want to think about again. I mean, the other part is very scary, honestly, but this part might be really hard. You might have to, sit here, close your eyes, and think about it for a second. But there's something we're leaving out about what happened after these two people died. There's another part that we haven't talked about.
Trunk? It was a girl in the trunk. And he told me to open the trunk, and he shot her.
Where did he tell you to open the trunk from?
Are you serious right now? He told me to open the trunk from the inside, like the inside.
Okay. So you're saying that you pulled the seat down? That, like he talked about, you can access it from the back door that goes up like this, and then the seat that goes down like that and touches the seat that you sit on. Is that what you're saying, that it was?
Yes.
Draw me a line here where the seat was that it got pulled down, so I know which part it was pulled down. And whenever you pulled that open, tell me about what you saw in there.
All I seen was luggage, and then he said move, and then he shot.
Okay. You said all you saw was luggage?
Luggage, and it was like a girl.
And what part of her body could you see? Could you see her feet, or hair, her hand? Describe
I seen hair.
You saw hair, like hair from someone's head or whatever. Okay. And then you said that he shot her. Is that right? Describe to me where he was standing when this happened.
He was like over the seat.
He was
over you? No, like over.
Put an X where he was standing at whenever he shot her.
It was like It was like over, like he was over the seat. Like,
inside of the car?
He was inside of the car?
Yeah.
He in the driver's seat? Passenger seat? Where he at?
He was like,
he in the back seat
right
with
here.
you? He in the back seat with you while you putting the seat down? Okay, can't you explain that, baby?
He was in the back seat.
I need you to explain that.
And it was like a two-way where you could put it down, so it was like 2 seats come down. And he shot over the other side.
Y'all ass is all accomplice to the shit. It don't matter.
What happened? What happened after he shot her?
He closed it, and we left.
How many times did he shoot her?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna.
I think once or twice.
Well, what is it? One
Twice.
Twice? Okay. Do you know what part of her body he shot her?
No, I when I opened it, he grabbed it, so I looked away.
Okay, because earlier you had told us that you had rode in Chris's spot during and after you went to the lake, but the seat was down, right?
He closed it back.
Did he though? I don't think he did. I think the seat stayed open the whole time because
even when the darn thing went in the darn lake.
When we found it.
So where were you in the car?
The seat was
open.
Seat was open when we found it.
I was sitting right there, and the seat was closed.
When did it get opened again?
I don't know, because when I hopped out the car, the seat was open. I mean closed.
Did somebody open it again?
Probably. I didn't go back to the car when he was about to drive in the leak. I jumped out and ran and tried to run back to my house.
And maybe we'll circle back to the trunk in a minute. Let's talk about the clothes you were wearing and everything after all this bad stuff had happened. You said you ran back to your house. Describe to me the clothes that you were wearing that night when all these bad things happened. What happened to them?
They wanted us to burn them.
Who wanted you to burn them?
Reaper.
Reaper wanted them burnt? Okay, describe to me that conversation. Where he told you that at? Tell me all the facts about that conversation when he told you that.
He said, "Give me the clothes you were wearing. You gonna burn them."
Okay. And where did he ask this at? Were you at your house? When in proximity to the? You said you're at the lake and then you get out of the car.
I was at my house and then the next day.
The next day. Okay, so now it's Friday, and Reaper says, "Give me your clothes." He's gonna burn them. You said we. Is it Reaper and what's going on there?
What you mean we?
Did you say we are going to burn him? I might have misheard you.
No, I said he
was going to burn him. Thanks for correcting me. If I say something wrong, make sure you always correct me because I don't want to get it wrong. So he was going to burn him. Did you actually give him your clothes?
Yeah.
You did? What clothes were you wearing?
I was wearing it was some white joggers. I think it was like white with black specks, I think.
Okay. Now, did you have something on him? Did you have blood or something on him?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Like Detective Pender said, we processed that car front to back, top to bottom, bottom to top 3 times. 3 days worth of actual forensic work, several forensic people. I don't think you could have sat anywhere in that car and not got blood on you.
I think it was something on my shoe, but I don't think about none of my.
What happened to your shoe?
I think my shoe was.
No, he's saying what happened to them.
Yeah, where are your shoes at right now that had the blood on them?
He told me to throw them in the bushes, so I was running in my house, and I had socks on.
What shoes did you throw in the bushes? Describe them to me, the ones you put in the bushes.
Dude, I think like Nike slides.
Nike slides?
Nike slides. Where in the bushes did you?
Yeah.
Like what bushes did you put those in? Was it near where that happened in the car, or was it where you guys were by the lake?
I think it was by the lake.
By the lake? Okay.
And what about the shirt you were wearing?
I think it was a jacket.
And where did that end up?
He told me to burn that too.
Okay.
You say he, who you're referring to?
Reaper. Okay, Reaper wanted those. You gave it to him so he could burn them. Now, did he burn them at your house?
No, I don't know where he burned them at.
Okay. I guess we can go back to the trunk, or we talk about they're going to get a search warrant in return if you wanted to go over that. I don't know what order you want to go.
From the house or the car?
The search warrant that they did at the house. I don't know if you wanted to go into that first.
Yeah.
Or...
So we can go into that. Do you own any firearms, ma'am? Does anyone in your home own a firearm? Okay, because I'm pretty sure they found 1 or 2 firearms in the house. And I'm sure you guys have watched CSI, right? We can take a firearm, we can shoot it. That round that you shoot, we can take, and we can put it into a computer
and tell you who got killed.
And actually compare it to other fired casings, like the shell from the bullet. How?
He told me who the guns from.
Why would you hold guns from when you know something that dumb just happened? That was stupid.
So if we test the gun at the house, what's it going to tell us? Maybe Danny can explain that a little bit.
So, like if we take the projectiles are what comes out of a gun, and we collect them from the people that passed away, and we send them off to a laboratory, and then the gun that is at your house, if we collect that gun that Reaper gave you, and we'll talk about that in a minute when he gave it to you and all that stuff, but they're going to take that gun that Reaper gave you and they're going to shoot it. Then they're going to collect that projectile, and then they're going to compare the two. Do you think it's going to show us that that gun is somehow related to this?
The guns that he gave me.
Tell me more about that. When did Reaper? Tell me about when Reaper gave them to you. Tell me about that.
The same day that he told me to burn the cool.
That Friday.
He gave you guns. Okay, and describe to me, even though we're probably talking about the same guns, but just so I'm specific, describe to me what each one of the guns looks like, from the color to the shape, anything weird about them. Tell me about that.
One's small, and it's like, I think it's a sky. It says sky.
It says sky on it? Okay, what color is it? Black or silver? Black? Okay, and what's the other one look like?
It's silver and black.
Okay.
With like a see-through that shows the bullet.
Okay. Got it. Extendos, stay off the bottom, and it's clear. Okay. So when Reaper gave you these, you think that they're going to be related to this?
I think so.
Describe to me why you think that.
Because he said, put these up, make sure your mama don't find them.
Okay. And the gun that you saw X-Man use, was it either one of those two guns?
I think it was the black one.
You think it was the black one that says sky on it, is that right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay. So those are items at the house that we were definitely curious about. So I think we need to definitely go into a little more depth regarding what we're able to do with some of the capabilities of the lab. Like we've talked about matching up bullets. Another thing they do in some of the cases, and I'm not entirely sure to what extent it was done on this because I wasn't watching everything, but I'm going to explain to you working shootings for a long time. I've had drive-by shootings at houses and through cars where we take the sticks, the trajectory sticks, and we poke it through, and we can see where something is stopped, and we can see it all the way back up to where it goes forever. And when we do that, we're able to understand at what position somebody was at when they fire a gun. We know, is it not a sniper up in a tower 100 miles away because the rod would keep going that far, but we know where someone's sitting, or we know where someone's standing. They can even, I can't do it, but they can even generally say, how tall somebody could be if they were holding a gun at a certain height or whatever it may be, okay? That's some of the work that can be done. This is all the stuff that is done. So whenever we talk about where people were at, that's why I was asking you that, because I was always just wondering where are these people at, and where could projectiles pass through somebody that's in the trunk of a vehicle. Those all seem like logical conclusions. And so we combine that with Reaper's statement. Now Reaper, Rob, There's a lot of similarities that are overlapping here, but there's definitely a discrepancy that Rob told us about what happened to the person in the trunk. And that's why I've been talking to you about some of the actions that you took tonight, what your feelings were when you did them. When you talk about how he made you get back in the car and you were scared then, why is it that you pulled open that seat? Describe to me what you were feeling then.
What you mean?
When you pulled open the seat, when you go to open up that seat, what were you thinking in your head?
Like, what am I gonna do? I don't know what to do. I was confused.
You were confused? Okay. I don't want to put words in your mouth or anything like that, but were you in fear or anything like that whenever you go to open a seat?
Like when I open a seat? Am I scared?
Yeah.
I'm not scared though.
Okay, you were just confused. That's fine. So you pull open the seat, you're just confused, you don't know why you're pulling open the seat. And then you said you looked in there and you saw luggage and then some hair. Describe to me what you thought and felt then when that happened.
I was like, I was thinking like there was a person back there.
Did this person say something? Describe to me what you heard whenever you opened that seat up. What noises?
All I heard was somebody tell me to watch out, and then I heard a gunshot. 2 gunshots.
Watch out, and then you heard 2 gunshots. Okay. And the reason I brought up trajectory and things like that is I just want to make sure that we're being 100% truthful regarding who shot that gun and what was going on there, okay? Did you shoot any guns that night? If I were to take you down the hall and put you on a polygraph machine, do you know what one of those things are? The lie detecting machine with the go like that. If I were to take you down the hall and put you on that, I mean, I want you to be honest with me here. You know, if you shot a gun, and if I were to ask you a simple question with a lie detector, did you shoot a gun tonight? Yes or no? Is that something that you'd be willing to do? You feel confident that you didn't fire any firearms?
I didn't shoot no gun.
Okay. Those are one of the things, like I said, they're going to look at, and we have to understand. And it's one of the things that I'm probably going to step out of the room here in a minute and look at to make sure that we're covering all this stuff. Because you're describing being a witness to something that's very traumatic and scary. And I want to make sure that you're not leaving out something because you've been traumatized or scared. Okay, we're going to make sure we cover all those things, and we get a 100% statement, not 90%, not 70%, not 98%. I want 100% of what happened. Okay, and
there's things that's being left out.
Yeah, I know that there's some stuff being left out, and
like he's talked to you about all this evidence and processing and thing. So not only do we do that, what that does is paints us a picture. It's pretty simple. And then Reaper tells us. Well, what Reaper tells us is like, man, the evidence says that exact same thing. If that makes any sense.
So they're trying to make him the shooter, right? Yeah, that's what y'all leaving out. I mean, be honest. Be honest. We being all being honest here. Just be honest. Is he the shooter? That's what they're saying. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is just say that. I mean, stop going around it.
I can tell you that he is not. You, Chris, are not being blamed for those people in the front seat.
In the back seat is what the trunk is the one that
we have some issues with the trunk. I'm telling you right now, straight up, those people in the front seat. I have no suspicion at all of everything that I learned in the case that you did anything to those 2 people that we talked about. But I'm telling you right now, there is a discrepancy regarding the trunk, and that's why I really want to make sure that we talk about this and we cover this about what was going on that night in all the specifics. You know, we talk about you getting in the car just to meet some girls that night. Okay, I had heard that you guys were going to go out and go take some stuff out of some unlocked cars or whatever. You guys were going to go do something like that. Who cares about that? This is much smaller. Squash that compared to 3 people dying. Okay, that's how I know about all these little details. I know you guys were gonna go do some stuff, you know, criminal mischief stuff, kids messing around or whatever. That's super low. And then something else big happened. Okay, I don't think that you did those things to the people in the front seat, but I can tell you from what we learned, there is an issue involving the trunk person, the person that's back there, that person that passed away.
Perfect. Be honest. He took. I'm gonna keep it for real about.
Tell us.
Be honest, baby. It's okay.
Because you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better once you talk about what
he said. Tell me. Say it. Just say it. He said, if I ain't do it, you gonna kill everybody I know.
So tell us what you did.
What the fuck? He said you gonna kill everybody I know. Yeah.
Who made you do it? Who is it?
Rob.
Rob made you do it?
Yeah.
He said he gonna kill everybody you know. Well, who is the X-Man?
I don't know who that is.
Be honest with us, Chris. I think you know who it is, and I think that you're scared of
He
this
might
guy.
not know, because we haven't been out there that long to even know, some of these people. Rob might know.
I know he's very close to Rob, and everything we've learned from Rob is that.
But he
Chris,
don't. The only people that I've ever seen at my house is that Rob and his brother.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, and then the 2 girls that supposed to be dead. They done came to my house before.
So
it's okay.
Let's rewind here.
Yeah.
So let's rewind here. He said that he was going to kill. He would kill everybody you know, and you did fire a gun. Tell me about what you did.
I think I shot the girl. I don't know where it was, but and then he came up and shot her too.
Okay.
Who did?
Rob.
Okay. So when you shot her, what gun did you use when you shot her?
The ex dude gave me the Scott.
He gave you the Scott. Okay. Mm-hmm. And whenever you shot the girl in the trunk, where were you at? Where was your body position when you did it?
At the same spot.
Where the C's marked. And you said Rob went and shot her. Where did he go when he did it?
I think he came around too.
So he also shot through the seat, or did he actually go in and he opened the trunk?
I don't know what he did. I think he went where I was.
He went where you were. What gun did he use?
I don't know what type of gun it was. It was the same one that he gave me. The same one that he gave me.
The one that keep at your house?
The Extendo one? Okay, so he used the Extendo one and you used the black Scott.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to jail.
You shot some fucking body that's dead, boy. What the fuck? This is a homicide. This is 3 people fucking dead. This is some shit that's serious.
People will kill my family. What am I supposed to do?
That's why.
I understand. That's what we were trying to tell you from the beginning,
Chris, take a deep breath.
Just calm
take
down.
a deep breath. Now listen to me. When you say that someone threatens your family and threatens you, I need to put it in the report. Take a deep breath.
Please tell me what am I supposed to do at that position?
We want to know all the details about when this person said this. I know. Hold on. When somebody says something like that to you, I need to know the specifics of it. I need to know, and that's what. Now that you've helped me understand that, so we're going to rewind here. X-Man goes, and you already were very detailed regarding the white guy getting shot, then the white girl, and then the car goes and it hits the dumpster. Now did you?
Just calm down.
Now did you jump out of the car, like you said earlier?
What?
After the car hit the dumpster, did you jump out of the car?
Yeah.
Okay. And describe to me what next after you jumped out of that car.
I went, I ran a little bit, and I went to somebody's bushing, and then they said, what are you doing? And we went back to the car.
If somebody said, what are you doing? Like somebody in the car with you guys, or somebody that lives nearby?
Just finish the story. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm going to go either way.
Okay, just tell the story. Just tell the whole story. You might as well. You already.
And I'll tell you right now, and this is my opinion, and doing this for years, you're telling us things, you're describing to us that you were doing something that you didn't want to do, and that's stuff that I'm guaranteed Detective Canterbury, he wants to put in there what your feelings were and why something happened. As much as how something happened, why it happened. And that's what you're helping us understand right now, is the why. We didn't know about this regarding what you did or did not want to do that night. So help us understand that better. Help us understand. So when you got back in the car, when was it that Rob said this statement to you? When was it that Rob made this?
There's some deputies right there that'll help you out.
He know where I live, and he know my whole family. He was gonna kill my whole family.
Are you talking about Reaper, or are you talking about Stavo?
Reaper. He was gonna kill my.
Let's talk about X-Man real quick. I think you know who X is, and I think you're scared of him. Rightfully so.
They both said it was gonna kill my family.
Okay. They both said that?
Because they know, because Reaper know where I live, and he said he was gonna.
But didn't you, after all this happened, didn't you go stay the night with Reaper at his house?
No, I went to my house.
You did? Okay. You stayed at your house. So you guys, after the car was taken to the water, you went separate ways. Okay.
Tell me about when they were saying this to you. Be specific. When they're telling you that they're going to kill your family, were you guys still by the dumpster?
No, we was in the car. He was driving towards like around. It was like to the lake, to the lake, and then he was like, if you go tell anybody, if you go do anything, I'm going to your house. I'm kicking out your
Reaper
door,
said that.
I'll kill you. Both of them.
Both of them are saying that.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
what was I supposed to do? I would have got either way if I would have did anything. I would try.
Did you have a phone with you or anything at all? Okay. And did they're saying that they're going to kill your family if you say anything? Did they ever point a gun at you or anything like that?
Yeah.
Who pointed a gun at you?
The X-Man.
The X guy pointed a gun at you? Describe to me that when he pointed the gun, where it was pointed at you, what color it was. Be specific.
It was like right here. He was pointing at me like right here. He was like.
And describe to me. Tell me about what he was saying when he pointed that at you.
He was like, "Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. I'm gonna kill you down. Kill your mom."
Okay. And then you guys go back. Were you there whenever the lake thing happened? Did you see what happened and how the car got in the lake?
No, I already jumped out and I ran.
Okay. And you said that your shoes were thrown in the bushes or something like that?
You said black slides. You had some slides that you threw in the bushes. What happened at the lake? Like, we know you guys drove there. What happened there once you got to the lake? What was...
I hopped out and then I ran.
Did you didn't stick around? You didn't mess with anything in the car? Nothing like that?
No, I ran.
You ran straight home, you said earlier. When did you get rid of your stuff? Because what you're describing to me is that earlier I thought you said that you were told by one of them to toss your stuff. But what you're describing to me now is that as soon as you got there, you took off running.
No, first I took off my shoes and I was barefoot. And I ran home. He came to my house the next day. He said, "Give me your clothes. I'm gonna burn them."
Okay.
I don't understand the whole shoot her twice thing. Now the guy in the front seat, he shot once in the head, and the other one shot in the head. Why shoot her twice in the back? Describe that to me. I know you said you shot her once, but then why did they shoot? Why did you said Rob shot her? Why shoot her twice?
I don't know.
Was she still moving after you shot her?
He said she was still breathing or something.
Mm-hmm.
Who said that, X-Man or Rob?
Rob.
Let's go over nicknames. Do you have a nickname? Stupid question, I know the answer to it, but do you have a nickname that you go by?
Sometimes they call me D5.
Okay, D5? Okay. 3-5. Thanks. So sometimes you go by 3-5, and Rob we already know is Reaper. Now this other guy. Now, have you ever heard a nickname for this other guy before?
Who?
The X guy, the guy that was wearing the ski mask. Have you ever heard of? First of all, was he really wearing a ski mask?
Yeah.
He was wearing a ski mask. Okay. And what nickname do you know for him?
I don't know no nickname.
I'm sure the next day you must ask Reaper about this when he's handing you these guns. Did you say, who the heck is that guy? You know,
I was trying to just protect my family because he said he was gonna kill my family. So I was just trying to.
Is this so?
How long have you known Rob? Months, years, weeks?
I think like first my brother knew him as his brother for a little minute, and he got out of jail. Then we started hanging out. Well, I was hanging out with his brother first, and we started hanging out with him.
So, well, how long is that? Is that like one grade, like six to seven? What grade did you meet him in?
Like just like for a month.
You only known him for like a month?
A month or two.
About 2 months. Okay, so you haven't known him for a terribly long time. Like 2 months isn't really that long. In the 2 months you've known him, has Rob ever threatened you before? Reaper ever threatened you before? Has he ever brought around a guy in a ski mask before or anything like that?
He used to be him and his brother.
And correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a long day. Originally you told us that the X-Man riding behind the driver's seat, he shot the driver and the guy in the front seat, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. What did Rob do?
When that happened, I think X-Man, he ran out the car, and then Rob screwed over.
Okay. So tell us about what happened right after the car hits the dumpster. You take off running. You said earlier somebody yelled at you. Was that somebody from the car that yelled at you?
No, somebody from like a house.
Oh, somebody at a house yelled at you. Okay. And then you come back to the car, right? What happens right after that? The car hits the dumpster. You take off. You run back. You guys leave. Tell us about that.
What you mean, like?
I'm gonna be honest with you. When did you guys take the white guy out of the white guy that was just shot out of the car and put him in the woods?
Well, X-Man took him out the car.
Okay.
He dragged him to the woods and what? I ran out the car first, then I came back, then I seen him dragging out the woods. And I went back and he told me to get back in the car.
He was dragging that's the first time. You said you ran off and you came back. Was he? Where's the girl at? The driver of the car.
I don't know where she went.
Did you pull her out of the car?
No. I ran.
Okay, that's okay. So then you drive down the road. Does someone tell you to pull out the white guy out of the front seat?
I didn't pull nobody. I ran.
So you didn't help him take
didn't.
the guy out of the front driver's seat. Okay. And then
they said I did.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm asking you to be honest, because we've heard a lot of things.
Yeah. Now we're just matching up with. Now we're matching it up, and then we're also going to match up your statement to DNA on bodies. That's all we're doing right now. So we're just figuring out, what.
So help me understand. Guy gets shot. Girl gets shot. Car hits a dumpster. Right. When is the girl in the trunk shot? At which point? Right there?
No. I think when I ran and came back, she was still in the trunk, and then Reap told me to shoot her, and he was like, because something, I don't know what he said to me. He's like, shoot her if I kill your family or something. And then he said, and X-Man said it too,
Since you're being honest with us, Chris, there's no reason to be dishonest with us at this point, because you've been truthful mostly. Did you shoot the girl once or did you shoot her twice? I mean, it doesn't matter at this point.
I shot her once, and he shot her again.
Okay, so you shot her the first time, and then she shot Reaper, right? Shot her the second time. Are you sure? I mean, is that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's. At this point, what does it matter? I mean,
Okay. All right, let's go. I'm gonna take a break for a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna
talk to your mom.
Drink water and use the restroom.
I'm gonna get some water. We'll be back in to talk to you in a minute.
You need to use the restroom.
Get you take you down to the bathroom, everything. Drink some water. Okay. We'll be back to talk to you. All right?
Listen, baby. Listen. Listen. It's not over.
Yes, it is.
It's not over.
What?
It's not over.
What are you gonna do?
You can work on it. We gonna work on everything. I already told your grandma because I was about to have a panic attack, and I'm trying not to go into a panic mode. So
they won't.
Listen, don't worry about it, baby. Listen to what I'm telling you. We gonna work on it. We gonna work to get you out of this, okay? Listen, baby, you're nothing but 12 years old. You're nothing but 12 years old. This is what I tell you. Listen, this is why I tell you when I say something.
On my head, though. Like, they gonna be trying to kill me. There's gonna be people trying to kill me. There's gonna be people trying to kill me. He already told me about this. He said about snitch. There's gonna be people trying to kill me.
That's what Rob said?
Yeah, he said.
But why he snitching? That don't make sense.
He say, I don't know.
Why he say you?
I didn't do anything. He told me if you shoot him, I'm gonna kill your family. I mean, if you don't shoot him, I'm gonna kill your family. What else I'm supposed to do? What I'm supposed to do?
And then you only shot one time?
Yeah, I only shot one time, and then he shot again.
Do you know you hit her at?
I was looking away when I shot.
You was looking away when you shot her? I want you to let you know that we here. Mama already said she's working on you already. They working on everything. Cause I'm finna go. You know I'm finna go. I'm finna go to jail. So when I leave here on top, that's cause I got one. So I'm gonna go. And grandma gonna be trying to figure out something. I'm gonna try to get out of this. When I get out of here, I'm trying to get you home. Okay? Don't scratch yourself about it. Ain't nobody. I'm not worried about them. Do I look like I'm worried about them? You should be worried about
them. What you mean get me home?
You'll be trust me. You'll be home. We gonna get you home. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. I'm gonna get you home. You hear me?
I'm gonna be locked up for some time.
You ain't gonna be in no jail. You going to a juvenile. You going to where the kids. But you're not going to the wrong people. This is just something with kids. You're gonna have to go there for a minute because this is
How long?
I don't know, baby. This is something serious. This is the person's dead. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to suck it up and hey, should have never left out the house that night. Should have never left. Should stay your ass home like I tell you. Do not leave at dark. Stay home. Don't I tell you this all the time? Don't be leaving. Don't go nowhere. Now you in the whole world of trouble. Nobody can get you out of this. You get what I'm saying? Nobody can get you out of this. We was just talking about this. Just talking about this. You way smart now. You know you. Come on now. Make it make sense. Don't stress yourself about it. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you. We ain't even gonna be out there no more. When you come home, we not out there. Ain't nobody. Ain't even nobody gonna even know where we staying at. You hear me? And make sure you watch yourself where you going with these little kids. And these kids over there, you'll probably be able to rock. You probably won't be in the same part. But I don't give a damn. You scared of him? Oh, okay. That you ain't scared of him, don't worry about it. He gonna be doing having the same thing you got him, you know. He ain't got no weapons. Don't be scared of nobody. But you gonna have to take it like a G right now. There's nothing we can do. Hey. I got you. I most definitely got you. I'm a little stressed, you know. It's made me nervous and it scares me because I wouldn't expect that, you know? Like, I wouldn't expect that. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna get ready to go though. Because they're gonna go take me to the jailhouse. I don't know if they're trying to talk to you even more or what. I don't know.
You should do that.
For what though? You think they coming back to talk to him more?
I'm not
I don't know, cause I was ready to go.
You're ready to go?
Yeah, I was ready to go. I just told him.
Okay.
Yeah, cause I want to know what they're gonna do to him. If they trying to question him more, I mean, it shouldn't be no more question. They got everything they.
Okay. So she's ready to go. She wants to know what's going on.
Okay, we're gonna tell her in just a minute, okay?
Okay.
Just a minute, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't want to go to sleep.
Yeah, you take you back there. You can go to the gym. Like, you probably ain't going right now because there's a lot still going on. Everybody keeping up a while, but you will be able to.
Right, okay, I'll take a look now.
You're gonna put him down the floor with this jacket and your cuffs. But they ain't gonna take you out of them. They ain't taking you out of them. But hey, this is the life of one who want to be supposed to be a gangster.
I wouldn't put it in a gangster.
Yeah, but
see some girl.
But I'm telling you, what I'm saying is, this is what it all boils down to. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This type of stuff happens when y'all playing with fucking guns. That shit is serious. You see that? This is why I be telling y'all about that. That is serious with them guns. That's nothing to play with. Now you in some shit nobody can get you out of. Get what I'm saying? You gotta face a judge and figure out what's what. And if you're threatened for your life and your family life, I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about none of them. Because if anybody trying to come for me or my children, it's gonna be a problem. Simple. I wouldn't have been worried about them. It's just, this is crazy. I love you, baby.
I love you too.
Everything gonna work out, man. Everything gonna work out. No, you can't be in a crime. You can't go in a crime.
I'm not gonna go in that crime. It's just, I just don't want to be in high for the rest of my life. I want to.
Oh no, you're not gonna be in here the rest of your life. That's not.
Yes, it is. It is possible.
Yeah, it is. But if you were threatening to shoot someone, you just better pray and hope that the gun that you shot her with wasn't a fucking murder weapon. You better hope that, but what he shot her with is the murder weapon. That's the thing. That's what they're trying to get to the bottom of. Which one is the murder weapon? And the nerve of you to have the guns at the house. I mean, listen to him. You scared of him? You was scared of him when you did that?
I don't know what I was supposed to do.
You were supposed to come to me and tell Mom, this is what's going. Come on, man. You ain't like I would have been like, oh my God, I'm like, come on. You think I would have allowed that to happen? And it makes sense. You don't. We really got to the bottom of what's really going on. I'm sitting wondering why the police keep watching us. Why the police keep watching my house? Like, I'm sitting trying to figure out, like, why is...
I'm gonna get 3 years or less.
Hmm?
I'm gonna get 3 years or less.
You want to get 3 years or less?
No. I don't want to get 3 years or less. It's just...
You mean 3 years or more?
No.
You don't want 3 years or more. You want 3 years or less.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I know you saying you don't want 3 years or less. You saying you want 3 years. You want 3 years or less. You don't want 3 years or more. Basically, right? Damn. That's what it says. 3-5.
That's what the paper said?
Yeah, that's what the officer said. We had to get 3-5. Yes. And what's your name? 3-5.
That's what the police said when they came over the house.
3-5. So we're looking for Christopher. What all the hell did you have? Just the guns in the house? It was just the guns? Nothing else? So when you shot her, you just took off and ran home?
Alrighty, Mama. You want to talk to him real quick? Tell him bye, and then we'll go down here to the detective. He's going to explain some stuff, and then we'll go get the warrant taken care of, okay?
Love you, baby. I'm gonna get everything situated. Go to okay?
Just hang out here, man, okay? They'll be in with you shortly.
Chris, quick question. When did you realize that there was somebody riding in the trunk of the car? Oh, Reaper told you? Like, as soon as you got in the car, or? Because you told me that Reaper come and got you, he banged on your window, right?
Not my window. Not.
That's how he got your attention, though, right? Like, and then you went out and got in the car. And how long after that did you realize that there was a girl riding in the trunk?
They told me after the ex-dude shot the white woman dating the girl. And they told me there was somebody in the trunk.
So that whole time you drove to Ocklawaha and then came back, and I know y'all stopped at the Burger King. So you went to Ocklawaha, right? After you got in the car, picked up this guy in the ski mask, and then you drove back towards Ocklawaha, right? And then after he goes bang bang, that's when you know the girl in the trunk is there?
They said.
Like before all that?
No, after that.
So after the driver and the passenger are shot, that's when you knew the girl was in the trunk?
No, like, I hopped out of the car and didn't get back in there no more. He said there one more.
And who said that?
The ex-man.
Okay. Thank you. Chris, we're about done, man. I just have one more question. What's the deal with the KTM thing?
KTM?
Huh? I know Reaper has the tattoo, the KTM tattoo. Do you have that too? You don't have any tattoo? I mean, what does it mean?
Cut something.
Cutthroat? Cutthroat mentality, does that sound right? What exactly is that? Like just a made up gang name, or?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Do you associate with them? I mean, you're pretty tight with Reaper, obviously. They try to recruit you or anything like that?
Well, yeah. Well, not for.
Was that what this incident was over? Like, huh? No? Okay. All right, well, you don't have any shoes on? You didn't come with here with any shoes? Okay. We're about literally done here in just a second, okay? Give me just a second. All right, Chris. Now that we're finished, take that jacket off. All right.
Up until now, Couch Detectives has not taken on any sponsors. That being said, we will continue to promote ourselves. For everything Couch Detectives, make sure you check out our website, couchdetectivestv.com. We also have a podcast that you can listen to on your favorite podcast streaming platforms. Simply scan this QR code or follow the podcast link in the description below and follow. We have a lot planned moving forward. And lastly, consider a 7-day free trial on our Patreon. There's a lot of exclusive content and extra content on many of the cases you have seen here on the channel. All of the links are in the description below. Thank you so much for your support. It is truly appreciated. Okay, let's get back to the case. Taj Bruton's interrogation with detectives was not filmed for whatever reason, but we do have the audio. It will be on our Patreon and our podcast for those that are interested in hearing what he had to say. It's very interesting. Both links are in the description below this video. However, on May 16, 2023, State Attorney Bill Gladson announced grand jury indictments of 17-year-old Robert Robinson, 12-year-old Christopher Adkins, and 16-year-old Taj Bruton for first-degree murder in the triple homicide that took place on March 30th, 2023. All three suspects were also indicted on robbery with a firearm and tampering with evidence. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. We have a lot more content on the way here at Couch Detectives, and we will see you in the next one.